It has been 22 years since Harry Potter first blessed our screens. Today, I'm going to be going through everyone's favourite characters, what the actors looked like then, with a side-by-side of what they look like now, and a few little nuggets of trivia along the way, so buckle up. First up, we've got the lovely Emma Watson, who played the know-it-all Hermione Granger. On the left here, we've got an interview from 2001 when she was 11 years old, looking all fresh-faced and ready to take on Hollywood. On the right, we have her speech from the 2022 BAFTAs, still looking fresh-faced post taking on of Hollywood. During the filming of Harry Potter 1, she was 11 years old. Currently she is 32 years old, and honestly, she still looks pretty similar. Like, I can look at her now and say, oh yeah, that's Hermione Granger. You're probably familiar with her working career, as she still very much stayed within acting, but here's something you may not have known. Emma is also a certified yoga and meditation instructor. Next up, we've got Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy. On the left, we have an interview for Harry Potter 1, and on the right, we have one of his live streams where he sings and plays guitar. He does these live streams every so often, almost once a week on his Instagram, so you should really check them out. He's actually a very pleasant and entertaining guy, nothing like Draco Malfoy. He was 13 when he first started filming for Harry Potter. Currently he is 35 years old. Now, I have made a previous video, so do check that out. It's all about his journey as well as 7 other child actors and where they are today. But as a little did you know, Tom Felton actually auditioned to play Harry and Ron before finally landing the role of Draco Malfoy. But let's step aside from the main cast for a second and talk about everyone's favourite underdog. This is Matthew Lewis, known for playing Neville Longbottom. Here he is on the right, playing with some Lego, as he is actually a self-proclaimed nerd. He was also 11 years old when he first started filming for Harry Potter, and he is now 33 years old. Neville Longbottom also turned into Neville Strongbottom, check him out right here, and he's also now hosting a football podcast. Now for everyone's second favourite ginger, we have Rupert Grint, known for playing the cheeky little rapscallion that was Ronald Weasley. Here he is on the left during the first ever press conference for Harry Potter. He was 12 years old in that. He is currently 34 years old on the right, and we have a clip from Rupert promoting his new film. Here he is interviewing for his new movie, which will be his first major movie role since Harry Potter. It's a horror by oddball director M. Night Shyamalan, featuring Rupert and Dave Bautista. Reviews have been varied, but personally, I am very excited to watch it. I love all 3 of those guys, and this is my kind of movie. But back to the ladies, we have Evanne Lynch, who was 14 years old when she first started acting in Harry Potter. She is now 31 years old. Fun fact, she actually went up against 15,000 other actors to land the role of Luna Lovegood, and won despite not having any experience. She would often write letters to J.K. Rowling, as she was a huge Potter fan. She actually developed an eating disorder, and at just 11 years old, she was hospitalised for anorexia. In one of her letters to J.K. Rowling, she said that the Hogwarts series was the only thing that could pull her attention from the disease. The actress even escaped hospital for an hour to get a signed copy of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So she is actually a fan turned character. And of course, we can't talk about Ron Weasley without mentioning his adoring sister Ginny Weasley, who I actually did not like that much as a character. Sorry, but I thought she was a party pooper and a bore. But a bore perfectly portrayed by the lovely Bonnie Wright. She was 10 years old when she started with Harry Potter. She's now 32 years old. And what's she been up to since, you may ask? Well, she's been doing a lot of independent movies, and she's also an active spokesperson for environmentalism, especially when it comes to plastic. Then we have Harry Melling, who was 12 years old when he got the role of Dudley. He's now 34 years old. And there he is on the left with one of my favourite Harry Potter quotes, where he's giving it the whole, "How many presents are there? 36? But last year I got 37. I don't care how big they are." Here's what he looks like now, and honestly, this man is a shapeshifter. He looks completely different, which has done him very well. He's had one of the most busy acting careers from the whole cast. Just take a look at his IMDb. And they're not small roles either. He was in The Queen's Gambit. He's starring alongside Christian Bale in Pale Blue Eyes. He's all over the place. But because he looks so different, we just don't realise. I mean, look how much he has changed over the years. Josh Herdman, he played Gregory Goyle. He was 13 years old when he got that role. He is now 35. After Harry Potter, he continued to act, but once the acting work dried up, he became a cage fighter. Here's what he looks like now. It's much like his father, who was also an actor turned boxer. Then we have Devon Murray, who played Seamus Finnegan. He was 12 years old when he first got the role in Harry Potter, and he is now 34 years old. He struggled a lot with depression, and he actually almost took his own life in 2016. If that wasn't enough, he was sued by his agent for £200,000, in which a court heard he spent all of his money, which by the way was £1 million for all Harry Potters, on girls, drink and cars. He didn't deny this, but he did say that he spent the majority of his money on horses and properties. He has now seemingly put all that behind him. He is now married with a kid and is interested very much in horses. But enough about those children. Harry Potter isn't Harry Potter without the fabulous Professor McGonagall, who was portrayed perfectly by Maggie Smith. She was 66 years old when she first started with Harry Potter. Currently, she's 88 years old. On the left, we have her then, and on the right, we have her now. Kind of. That was actually a recent role she took, playing a homeless lady. She doesn't actually look that dishevelled in real life. However, I'm still probably going to use that side by side for the thumbnail. Interesting fact, Maggie Smith faced a health crisis in 2007 when she learned she had breast cancer. The actress underwent treatment whilst filming Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. She said she was hairless. She also explained in a 2009 interview with The Times, "I had no problem getting the wig on. I was like a boiled egg." She also has another one of my favourite quotes in the entire franchise when she whips out that statue moving spell and she says, "I've always wanted to do that."
I've always wanted to use that spell.
Despite her current age, she's still in fact working, so retirement seems to be off the table. If you check out her IMDb, she still has roles up and coming. Also, when I was digging for Maggie Smith photos, I came across these ones of what she looked like way back in the day. And look at her, wasn't she a looker? Check out those legs, no wonder she's been a big success. But moving on, we've got Gary Oldman, who played Sirius Black. He was 45 years old when he first got that role. He is now 65 years old. He was already an established actor prior to Harry Potter and has continued to work a lot since. Now we've got two more left and we're going to go in with Daniel Radcliffe next. I bet you thought I would do the namesake last, right? Nope, second to last. Throwing caution to the wind. So Daniel Radcliffe, he was 11 years old when he first got the role of Harry Potter. There he is on the left doing the first ever press conference for Harry Potter. And on the right there he is promoting his movie where he plays Weird Al Yankovic in the biopic about his life. Currently, he is 33 years old. Since Harry Potter, he seemingly has taken any weird role that he can get his hands on. He's played some pretty strange people, but I guess if you have as much money as Daniel Radcliffe does, you can do that. He also got incredibly ripped. Harry Potter, the boy who lifted weights, come to thrive. And finally, we have Robbie, who did play Rubeus Hagrid. He was 52 years old when he first got that role, and sadly, he passed away on the 14th of October 2022 at the age of 72. It is very sad, but as he said himself, he might be gone, but Hagrid will always be here.
The legacy of the movies is that my children's generation will show them to their children. So you could be watching it in 50 years' time. Easy. I'll not be here, sadly, but don't you think on it for 1 minute. But Hagrid will. Yes.